I evaluated over 30 different types of snacks and compared them to sugar cubes, and 9 of them are within my course, and then I have 25 of them that I'm going to show on the YouTube video. So if you want to see those other 9, they're in one of the modules of my course, and I'll tell you more about my course at the end of the video. So the snack for this lesson is a piece of bread. Now this bread is an interesting color. At Christmas time, we had 18 people over for a Christmas dinner, and I was cooking the turkey and I made a stuffing, and this actually was stuffing bread. So it's seasoned with herbs and stuff. So that's why it's a funny color. It's not really white bread, but it's got seasonings in it. So I had some left over from Christmas. So it's 16 grams of carbs for the one slice of bread. So if this was a typical piece of white bread, which is basically what it is. It's just got seasonings in it, so that's why it's this color. So it's white bread. There's no whole wheat in it, so it doesn't have very much fiber. It's basically only carbs. And so if you're going to have 4 teaspoons of sugar, say this is white bread, and you're going to toast it, and you're going to have some peanut butter on it, or peanut butter and jam, or just plain toast, and you're going to have it as a snack, then you're having the equivalent of 4 teaspoons of sugar. I have pretty much weaned off bread, except for when I'm out to eat, I will still have hamburger buns. I didn't while I was losing the weight. I would just ask for no buns, or I'd have it wrapped in lettuce. Once I lost the weight and I've been able to maintain it, I have brought back hamburger buns. So I'll have a hamburger bun, once a month maybe. It's not a very big part of my life. I haven't made toast for 2 years, I think. Bread was a very big part of my life growing up. My mom baked bread. She sold bread. I grew up in a log cabin in the middle of the woods on 180 acres. We had a homestead where we grew all of our own food. We had a wheat grinder, so we'd have, cracked wheat bread. And sometimes my mom would make bread and we would have a loaf of bread in the middle of the table. That was our meal. I'm not joking. That was our whole meal. So bread was a big part of our life growing up. Fresh bread was delicious. I made bread all the way through for my family off and on until 4 years ago. So I would make bread, I'd make buns, cinnamon buns, all of that. So bread was a really, really big part of my life. And I overate a lot of bread. I had tons and tons of bread off and on over the years. So now it's not a part of my life. It's one of those things I've grieved. I just loved what I could give to my family. I thought if I made it with whole wheat that it was healthy, not realizing that even if it has whole wheat, it still is a grain, and it will slow down the insulin a bit, but it still has carbs in it. And so, yeah, it's one of those things that's not a big part of my life anymore. I haven't eliminated it completely, because then I will feel deprived, and then I will be tempted to eat too much of it, or tempted to feel, that this is going to be a fad diet again, instead of seeing that I want this to be long term. And so I just don't have it as part of my life much. So I've had to adapt, and I have foods that don't require bread to be the wrapper, and you have the filling inside the bread, like a sandwich or like a tortilla. I just have what's inside instead most of the time. So that's my take. That's my opinion about bread. I created a course based on my losing 80 pounds, and I was able to keep the weight off. So I wrote a book about it, and I wrote 2 workbooks, and now I have this course, and I can't wait to share everything that I learned that made it work, that made it stick, that made it not be another yo-yo diet. There's 12 modules, there's 36 lessons, a total of 45 videos. It's almost 12 hours of videos. And I have a 2.5-hour cooking class in the middle of the course, and then the 18 bonuses. And it's everything from charts, checklists, challenges, journals, schedules. And I'm really excited to share all of these with you, because these are what makes it work. These are the practical things that after you've watched the course, and then it's like, what do I do? When you have all of these tools, these are practical things that are going to help you on that journey. And this journey could take 6 months, 12 months, a year and a half, 2 years, depending on how much weight you have to lose. So you need tools, you need things to help you on that journey. Thank you so much for watching this. So I hope to see you in the course.